Okay, so now we're going to start looking at these pentatonic shapes a little bit deeper. So in the previous video, we looked at the standard boxes that we all know and love, or if you don't know and love, you better start loving them because they're important to learn, at least in all those different areas of the guitar. Now, once you've mastered that or you've learned it, the key is now we have to start looking at the pentatonic scale, vertically on the guitar. So just in the same sort of way that you could play, say, you can play that exact same line, and then you can do it on various other kind of strings, or you could do it in a variety of areas on the guitar, and or how about I had a little extra there. I had to. I play guitar, I like to noodle. But the key is that you want to be able to visualize the fretboard in a variety of different ways. Most importantly, where you can actually visualize the scale, much like how you've internalized the boxes, you can internalize how the scale moves this way. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to just look at the pentatonic scale on a single string. Now, this is an exercise that you don't really need to work on ensuring that it's technically perfect. The key here is just learning where the notes fall on the fretboard when you're playing a minor pentatonic scale. So let's just take the key of E. It's, again, a very guitar-friendly key, and I am going to play the minor pentatonic scale, the key of E minor, just only on a single string. So I'm going to start with the high E and then go down. So on the high E string, that means these notes fall with the E open. Then we go to the G on the 3rd fret, the E on the 5th, the B on the 7th, the D on the 10th, and then again we follow with the E on fret number 12. So it sounds. And then I'm going to go to the B string. So we have the open B, we have the D on the 3rd fret, we have E on the 5th fret, G on the 8th fret, A on the 10th fret, and B on the 12th. On the G string, we have our open G, we have the A on the 2nd fret, we have the B on the 4th fret, we have the D on the 7th fret, the E on the 9th fret, and the G on the 12th fret. And then we go to the D string, so we have our open D, we have our D, E on the 2nd fret, we have our G on the 5th fret, we have our A on the 7th fret, we have our B on the 9th fret, and then we have our D again on fret number 12. Then we go to the A string, we have our open A, we have our B, we have our D, our E, G, and A. So again, I missed the fret numbers there, but we have A open, B on the 2nd fret, D on the 5th, E on the 7th, G on the 10th, and then A on the 12th. And then we have our low E, which is the exact same as the high E string. So that would be open E, G on the 3rd fret. We have our A on fret number 5, our B on fret 7, we have our D on the 10th fret, and then of course our E on fret number 12. So as we've learned that pentatonic scale on each single string, you'll want to practice that just to get a sense of where it is on a single string. And in terms of playing blues, you're not going to be playing a ton of stuff just on a single string. And maybe when you become a little bit more advanced, there's certain runs that you can do on a single string, but um, I don't find it's the most useful to use in a real playing setting. However, these two-note string groupings, or two-string groupings rather, of the pentatonic scale, I find to be particularly useful. So in this case, we're going to go up and down the fretboard, and we are just going to be playing the high B, the high A, and then we go the G, B, D, G, and then we pick up a string and we remove another. So I'm going to have our metronome set to 100, and I am going to play, just show you real quickly, slowly, how it sounds, just on the top two strings, and then I'm going to be playing them all throughout the guitar. So. So that's just how the grouping would sound on the top two strings. So now I'm going to go top two strings and then just down, pick up a string, remove one until I'm at my low E, just so you get a sense of how this sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the two-note string, or two-string groupings rather, I find to be very, very useful learning these, just simply because there are so many blues licks, blues lines, and a variety of different language that require you to move from one spot of the guitar to the other while only playing two notes. So an example that comes to mind is John Lee Hooker's Boom Boom Boom, and so forth. Because that you go from position number 2 to position number 1. And that slide is just on like the G and the B string. But these two-note or two-string groupings really are valuable, especially as they relate to blues guitar. Probably another one that I would say is just as valuable are the 3-string groupings. So I am going to just play through them again, a similar exercise, but I'm going to be doing it in just 3/4. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. It's like a waltz sort of feel because it works better with the three string grouping. So here they go, starting on the G, B, and E strings, and then working my way down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Let's try that last one again. There we go. So the three string groupings I find to be really useful. You will find that again you're primarily going to be using the ones at the top of the guitar just simply because that's where you're going to be playing a lot of leads, just higher on the neck, higher on the strings. But it's still important to learn these groupings everywhere on the guitar. Okay, so we are going to be playing the 4-string groupings now. I am going to start on the D, and we are going to go up to the B, or to the high E rather, and then I'll work my way back down. But the 4-string groupings are also very useful and round out the last of our shapes that we would look to memorize. So here they go. So those are all of the different groupings. You can refer to the PDF that is in the video description box. It has all of these patterns and shapes notated out for you to practice. And in the next video, we are going to talk about some of the ways that you can practice this material.